The fatal shooting of an intensive care nurse in Minnesota has sparked a political storm around President Trump's immigration crackdown. And it's only getting bigger. 2 federal immigration officers involved in the killing of 37-year-old Alex Pretti have been placed on administrative leave. The U.S. government has called it standard protocol. Meanwhile, new footage has emerged showing Pretti being attacked at a previous protest. Now, under an internal guidance issued by the Trump administration, ICE officers in Minnesota are being asked to avoid communicating or engaging with what they describe as agitators. But for many people, making their voices heard is more urgent than ever.
I've been kind of vacillating between feeling like kind of depressed and heartbroken and enraged, and this just felt like a good way to be together with my fellow medical professionals.
Well, Pretti was shot multiple times last Saturday after a struggle with masked, camouflaged officers on a street in Minneapolis. But now a new video that was filmed 11 days before his death shows Pretti being forced to the ground in a separate incident. Well, first, senior White House officials tried to justify what happened on that occasion.
During this operation, an individual approached U.S. Border Patrol agents with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. The agents attempted to disarm the individual, but he violently resisted. Fearing for his life and the lives and safety of fellow officers, a Border Patrol agent fired defensive shots.
But the video evidence contradicted that claim. Meanwhile, last weekend's incident showed Pretti holding his phone and filming agents before he was sprayed with a chemical irritant and pinned down.
Unroll your windows. No, you're spraying inside. Let's go around.
The Department of Homeland Security report later confirmed that 2 officers fired their weapons. One agent was heard shouting, "He's got a gun," but the report does not clearly say whether Pretti posed a real threat when he was shot. Investigators say his firearm was recovered only after the killing. Now, President Trump initially said he wanted to de-escalate a little bit in Minneapolis, but within 24 hours, he changed tone. He attacked the city's mayor, Jacob Frey, accusing him of playing with fire for refusing to use local police to support federal immigration raids.
We're going to de-escalate a little bit. I don't like the fact that he was carrying a gun that was fully loaded and he had 2 magazines with him. Bottom line, it was terrible.
Well, Frey, on the other hand, pushed back. He wrote on X that the job of our police is to keep people safe, not enforce federal immigration laws. I want them preventing homicides, not hunting down a working dad. Well, Pretti's death was not an isolated case. Earlier this month, another Minneapolis protester, Nicole Good, was also killed by federal agents. Both victims were U.S. citizens. Across the country, clashes between protesters and masked federal officers are becoming more common. Community activists say Trump's promise to ease tensions has not matched the reality. And now the fallout has gone global. In Paris, protesters gathered in the cold, chanting slogans against U.S. immigration agencies. Some Americans living in France said they felt safer protesting there than back home.
Trump is a tyrant. He's a guy who bought his way into the election. And I think at this point we need to look and see that he's coming for all of us. He's coming for our neighbors.
Anti-ICE protests were also held in London. Hundreds gathered in Trafalgar Square demanding justice for both Alex Pretti and Nicole Good. Well, meanwhile, in Washington, a growing number of voices have raised concerns about the Homeland Security Secretary's leadership. Republican and Democratic Party leaders have called for Kristi Noem to step down from her position.
She clearly doesn't know how to manage. She's never managed a large organization, and she's failing at every possible measure of the job.
So what began as a street encounter in Minneapolis has turned into something much bigger. A battle over fear, over power, over who is protected by the state. Some are asking, if this is de-escalation, then what does escalation look like? The world doesn't fit in boxes, so why should your news? From battlefields to negotiation tables, from internet outrage to real-world injustice. The conversations everyone is having and the ones they're avoiding. It's the same show, but this new year, First Post America gets a new look. I'm Cary Johnston, and this is First Post America.